Today I want to go over a little bit of a concept video with you guys for AC coupling. There's a lot of questions here. So before I do the implementation video, which will be coming out soon, I wanted to kind of go and discuss how AC coupling works and what the theory is behind it, because this is where most of the questions come from. I will give you a practical installation for the 6000 XP or 12,000 XP. That will be in a follow-up video. But today we're going to talk about this is the SolarEdge grid-tied inverter. There are 31 panels on the roof of my house. They are grid-tied. It does have a shutoff here that backfeeds into the grid and only works when the grid is available. But with AC coupling, it kind of allows you to pull that power even when the grid is down when you do it in a special way. So let me explain what's going on here. All of your power comes in from your panels up above. Now, in some systems, they're going to have micro inverters at the panels, and in some systems, the inverter will be here, and it will convert the power into AC power to 140 volt, which is the same as the grid. Now, in order for it to do that, it has to see a signal coming from the grid into the inverter so that it can match that power exactly and add to it or supplement it. Without that match, then you would have a conflict in your power, your waveforms wouldn't match, you would have a lot of problems and some potential difference between your voltages causing you some serious problems. So the first thing it has to do is it takes this grid power, it matches it exactly, and then it produces additional power on top of it, and that power flows back into the grid. Now, you have a couple of key elements here. First, you have the PV shut off system. This actually shuts the PV off from the inverter and everything downstream. Then we have the actual service disconnect. This shuts all of the PV devices, including the inverter and everything, off from connecting to the grid, and then the wire that comes here connects directly into the grid on the back side of the breaker that feeds the grid. So the idea here is with AC coupling, the key is that you need a grid in order for this device to see that there's a grid there and to register that that grid exists. Once it sees that that grid exists, then it will turn the signal on for all the inverters or the microinverters or for the inverter itself to go ahead and start producing power. Once that power is produced, that will allow it to backfeed. But until you have that grid, it's not going to work. So what we do on AC coupling is you intercept this wire before it's fed into the grid. And I am going to install a breaker box here that has two different routes. One will feed a 6000 XP inverter on the generator side, allows for AC coupling. Now, AC coupling is basically you take this box and it connects to the 6000 XP and it simulates a grid with the right voltage and the right sine wave that it would like to receive that power. That enables this device to turn on, even though there technically isn't a grid connected. It's simulating one, and it begins producing power. Once it begins producing power, then the 6000 can read that power. Many inverters have different ways of connecting the AC coupling. In almost every case that I've seen for AC coupling, it is a dedicated port that comes in and connects to the system so that you can just simulate grid on it. Whatever power is generated there, it can pull that power off. That becomes input for the 6000 or the 12,000 XP. At that point, we would take that power, we could either use it to charge our batteries, or we could use it to run devices directly within the 6000 XP. This is something that we've never been able to do before AC coupling, and why AC coupling is so important is it then allows us to simulate that grid here so we can use that power. Now, at that point, the 6000 XP can feed the power back to the house through its normal connections and supply the house with power. The key here is the grid needs to be shut off at all times during AC coupling. The reason being is you are simulating the grid. Therefore, there cannot be a real grid to backfeed on. You don't want that power going back to the grid and causing linemen problems with her working on it. So that said, it is extremely important that you put an interlock kit here to prevent both the power being fed to your 6000 XP and the grid, and that you put one on your input where you're feeding your system internally to make sure that your generator or your external solar system isn't also feeding in power to the grid. So safety features of interlocks are extremely important, and if you don't quite get that piece yet, it is basically nothing more than a mechanical piece of equipment that you attach to a breaker box that prevents two different breakers from being on. For example, if you had one breaker hooked up to your generator and another breaker hooked up for your grid power, it would only allow either the generator or the grid power to be on, but never both at the same time. All right, so once we have this going into this box, then we have the ability through the breaker box to either turn on the feed back to the grid, which will allow it to operate normally, coming out of here through the breaker into the disconnect and off to the grid or the house, or coming in here, getting intercepted, going off to a 6000 or 12,000 XP on the generator port for AC coupling to provide a grid simulation for the solar panels and the solar system, for the SolarEdge system, allowing it to then start generating power and say, yes, I have a grid so that I can generate power. That is basically the concept of AC coupling. It is nothing more than simulating a grid for this system, intercepting that power before it goes to the grid, sending it to the off-grid inverter to allow it to use for powering devices or charging your batteries. It's a wonderful concept, and it is a huge advancement in the solar world for many people who have SolarEdge on-grid, grid-tied only systems that go out when the power goes out. This is a great solution for how you can use these systems to provide power either temporarily, as I'm planning to do, or to put the 12,000 XP in the connection here and allow you to intercept permanently that AC power and use it for running devices, charging devices, or even powering and charging the grid. I'm Matt. My channel is dedicated to solar content, how we can use it for off-grid, on-grid, hybrid type operations. If you like this kind of content or are interested in building a solar system on your own, I handle everything from small all the way to whole home backup systems. I hope to see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have someone else that's interested, share it with them too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Talk to you then.